I'm looking at one of the most striking and instantly identifiable animals in the world. A single one is worth about £1 million. Famously fussy in their feeding, less than 1,000 still survive in the wild. Millions are spent on conserving them. And yet increasingly it's the case that if you want to see one, you'll have to come to a zoo like this one in Atlanta. It's the giant panda. When it comes to food, the giant panda is the ultimate specialist. It eats bamboo and virtually nothing else. Not many animals can live on such a diet. Bamboo is tough, fibrous and very indigestible. With no competition, pandas thrived until the bamboo forests in their native China started to disappear. Then, with no other food to fall back on, their population crashed. So, the giant panda lives its life on the edge. But there are other feeding strategies. Instead of being a specialist, you can be a generalist, an omnivore, prepared to eat pretty well anything that you can find, animal or vegetable. And that strategy has led to some animals that are the most successful and charismatic of all. So what does it take to be an omnivore, and who are they? Here at the far eastern end of the range in China, one inhabitant endures the bitter winters out in the open. Most other bears would be sleeping underground by now, but the giant panda can't fatten up enough to hibernate. Its food, bamboo, on which it totally relies, has so little nutritional value that it can't build up a store of fat like other bears. Most of the creatures here move up or down the slopes with the seasons, but the panda is held captive by its diet, for the kind of bamboo it eats only grows at this altitude. But these forests hold fewer challenges for the more mobile.
It's a wild, giant panda. Secretive and sensitive to noise, the giant panda is often gone before anyone can get close to it. The panda has long been known in China. It was mentioned in dictionaries more than 2,000 years ago, and the imperial garden is said to have housed one. In the dense bamboo of the forest, one panda rarely sees another. Instead, they communicate by subtle scent signals. At 1.5 meters long and 135 kilos, the giant panda is a member of the bear family. But its bear-like digestive system is built for eating meat, not this tough, fibrous stuff. And to make matters worse, the bamboo leaves are frozen solid. But the panda has devised a cunning way of breaking the ice off. It rubs the bamboo over its snout. Unlike other bears, the panda can't fatten itself up and hibernate through the winter. Bamboo is so low in energy that the panda must spend most of the day eating. Once it has exhausted one area, it must move on to the next. The panda's paw is surprisingly un-bear-like too. It's flexible, with an enlarged wrist bone which allows it to grasp and maneuver the bamboo with a dexterity and precision that a monkey would be proud of. Twisting the bamboo leaves into a cigar shape makes them easier to munch. Hungry pandas once roamed across vast tracts of bamboo-rich forest that covered much of China's heartland. But since the 1950s, logging has fragmented the Qinling mountain forests. Its remaining wild pandas are now confined within isolated reserves.
The warming of the frozen slopes could threaten the life of perhaps the most famous mountain resident of all. Hidden within the bamboo forests of western China is a hot and bothered male giant panda. He has spent the winter sheltering lower down the valley. Now it's early summer, and his thick coat that protected him throughout the winter has become very uncomfortable. He needs to reach the cold of the higher slopes. But before he can start the ascent, he needs a good meal to give him the necessary energy. Giant pandas eat almost nothing except bamboo. But bamboo is so low in calories that he needs to spend 10 hours a day eating. With breakfast over, he begins his climb to higher ground. But in no time at all, he's hungry again. This is going to be a long journey. And it may be an even longer one in the near future. As climate change raises the temperature in these mountains, giant pandas may well need to climb higher and higher to find cooler conditions. But the cold-loving bamboo they most favor cannot move so easily and may disappear from the warmer, lower slopes altogether. So far, these snow-covered peaks continue to provide this male with enough space to feed and find a mate. So he scent marks his territory, panda style, with a handstand. It may well be that in the next few decades, the mountains of the world will warm. Should that happen, many species will inevitably disappear. But we should never forget the versatility and endurance of the animals that have succeeded in colonizing these icy islands in the sky.